Coming to you from Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School's Studio B, it's the very first episode of The Portal. Today's special guest is high school English teacher and beard enthusiast, Mr. Graham Osborne. And now, here's your host, Mr. Mark Murray.
Hello, I am Mr. Murray, and this is The Portal, a show where we open the door to the people and stories that make PALCS possible. The idea for this show is to give students and families an opportunity to learn a little more about their school. This is our very first show, and we are thrilled to be here with you today. We have a great show lined up, and we'll get underway in just a moment. But first, I'd like to comment about our show. With any first show, things are new. New to the viewers, new for our production crew, hey production crew, new for our set designers, and also new for our guest. We will have guests in the field reporting and hopefully a lot of fun. So join us. First, some school news. Seniors, yes, seniors, talking to you. We will have a graduation celebration at Hershey Park on June 14th. RSVP by March 22nd. Check out the Moodle main page for more info. We are going to have 2 talent shows in the month of March for students in grades 9 through 12, one on the eastern part of the state and one on the west. Those dates are March 22 for the west and March 15th for the eastern talent show. Check out the Moodle main page for more info. Educational travel experience to Quebec City, Canada. Please join other PALCS middle and high school French students for an educational travel experience to Quebec City. For more information, you guessed it, check out the Moodle main page. And do it quickly because space is limited. Next up, a special report on the recent Center for the Performing and Fine Arts piano recital.
Hello, my name is Allison Roberts. I'm the chairperson of the music department at the Center for Performing and Fine Arts. This evening is our 6th annual piano recital. I'm very excited about it. So some of the pieces that you're going to hear this evening are Fantasy in D minor by Mozart, a very famous piece. Solfeggetto by C.P. Bach, one of the younger siblings of Johann Sebastian Bach. Evening Bells by John Thompson. And you're also going to hear such pieces as Nocturne in E minor by Chopin. Some of our students have been playing a very long time, and for some of them this is their very first experience with the piano.
Great report. That looked like a fun event and a great display of talent by our PALCS students. Next up, we welcome our very first guest to the portal. We welcome Mr. Osborne. Woo. All right, Mr. Osborne.
Got some great audience members out there.
We do. They're a little wild. They're a little wild. So thank you for joining us.
Oh,
thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you teach?
I teach English. I teach British literature, and I also teach film as literature, which is a confusing title, and also I teach Shakespeare studies.
Of all those courses, what's your favorite to teach?
Well, I think the British literature is really my favorite. That's been my passion for years, and it's something that I really enjoy learning about myself and also teaching students.
Okay. Now, how long have you been with PALCS?
Ooh, let's see. Been about 7 years now, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
7?
Since 2006, so that's about 7 years.
Okay. All right. Do you have a lot of videos going on right now in British Lit?
Yeah, every time we start a new unit, I do what's called a unit preview video.
Okay.
And that's just to sort of set up the historical context of the time period, tell a little bit about the works that we're going to be reading, and then, you know, sort of make it fun and engaging and hopefully a little funny along the way.
Nice, nice. So how's the response been to the videos?
Good. The students seem to like them a lot, and I've actually shown them to friends and family of mine who are like, "Wow, you know, I actually learned something from that." So I feel like it's getting through to people of all ages, if possible.
Okay, good. I think we have a clip.
Yeah.
I think we have a clip. We're going to show something. What are we going to see?
You're going to see me talking about the poet John Keats, and I've been trying to talk about the Romantic period, and I keep getting interrupted.
Was he Irish?
No, English.
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 Okay.
Yes. But I keep getting interrupted in the video by a bookshelf that wants to give me more and more books, and I'm getting frustrated.
Let's take a look.
Hey, it's the Britlit bookshelf. What now? Why, it's a copy of the complete poems of John Keats, short-lived Romantic poet and Grecian urn enthusiast. Though Keats died at the age of 25, he produced a staggering number of masterful poems featuring such beautiful lines as, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Beauty is truth, truth beauty. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the..." That wasn't him?
Oh, that was fun. That was a fun video. Now, what did it take to make that video, to make it happen?
Well, it takes a while because, you know, I have to write it, and that can take, you know, a couple of days on and off of writing and editing because I like it to be tight and funny and interesting. And then it takes at least a day to shoot, usually, and then 2 to 3 days to edit, which I help with the editing, but mostly Mr. Good is doing the editing. But you know, we've tightened it up to the point where we can get one done in the span of a week if we really push ourselves.
Okay. So what should we look for in the future?
Well, we're coming up on the Victorian period in the British Lit class, so I'll be talking about that.
Okay.
And I'd like to do some other videos as well. I'd like to incorporate some into both my Shakespeare and film courses. Just a question of what to do and how to get it done.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that. Now, we've been with this first show, with the portal, we've been trying to interject some fun into it and come up with a game that all of our guests, our featured guests, which you are the first featured guest. We're going to have more, but you're going to be the first, and hopefully we can have you come back. But,
well, we'll see.
But we do have a challenge. We have a typing challenge. All of us are working online 8 hours a day, and we type a lot. Some are very good typers, some aren't. Some peck and find, some seek and find. Some are very skilled, polished typers. We want to find out what kind of typer you are, how you type. So what we did, a little bit before this, this segment, we had you participate in the typing challenge. And now it's not just a straight typing test. We have a prompt, kind of mixed up some words and used some common phrases that you may have seen from literature, from history. But the caveat with all this, we took the keys and we moved them all around. And we also reprogrammed it so you had to actually find the key and go through it. Let's take a look. I think as we take a look at this, we'll understand what we're looking at with the Portal Typing Challenge. All right, so this is taking place on our beautiful set, and you're having trouble. What are you typing here, Mr. Osborne?
I'm trying to type 407 years ago, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
The keys are all over the place.
Yeah.
I love it, I love it. And look at this laptop. This is not, we're not shipping this out to students.
No.
This operating system, I believe, is Windows 95.
Yeah, that's taken me back a bit too. But I can't seem to find anything here. I don't know.
Seek and find, space bar.
I'm glad you didn't move the space bar.
60 seconds is the time limit, and I think we're coming up on it right here.
Yeah. See, at this point, I'm just going to try and get whatever I can because I know I'm not getting to the end.
It is Microsoft Word.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, not OpenOffice or LibreOffice, but
No.
Word.
Oh,
You're still going. Look at you.
Oh,
I think you're up about 8 words.
yeah. I just was about to give up here. I knew this.
Keys are all over the place. Oh, time. So the score, we had to find, it is a challenge, so we have to determine how you did. And your score, we took each letter. As you know, we know this. We counted each letter, and we gave you the space. We gave you the spaces in between the word, and we counted, and we came up with, and we cross-checked this. We counted it twice. 40. 40 is your score. Now,
I'm proud of that.
Decent job. I don't know what that means because you are the first official participant in the typing challenge, the Portal typing challenge, and you should be proud of that.
Oh,
and
I am.
we're going to see how your score ranks up with our other featured guests.
I think I can take it.
Now, this is something only our featured guests are going to be permitted to participate in. So again, you are now in a club of only one person, and it is exclusive. This is the Portal typing. I can't even get the name right because the excitement coming out.
I know.
The Portal typing challenge. Awesome job, Mr. Osborne.
Thank you.
Awesome job. But don't go yet. We do have also with our featured guests. We like to take care of our featured guests and have them stay for a featured amount of time. And we have some questions that we would like to ask each of our guests. Now the questions may be different depending on each guest, but this segment is 3 questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now they're not going to be hard. Now you've gone to Westchester, fine institution. You have probably have a off the chart IQ. I could just feel it.
My
I feel it. So and I think you would be able to make some good decisions in life. All right. So if I were to go into this desk, I'm not going to do it because I don't have it. But if I were to give you $1 million in cash money, stacked up right here. Stacked up. If I gave it to you today, what would you do tomorrow?
I think I'd probably move to England.
Move to England.
Yeah. It's always been a dream of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. Now, would you try to still work at PALCS?
Oh yeah, I could do that over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If they'd let me.
$1 million can buy you a lot in this world.
That's true. You know, maybe I'd just make a few guest appearances.
Okay. I like that. So now for our second question. Number 2. Second question. If you were an animal, what would you be?
I would have to say a koala bear.
A koala bear.
Yeah.
Are they even from this continent?
No.
Not.
I think mostly Australian.
So would you live or would you perish in Pennsylvania if you were a koala bear and you were living here?
I'd probably have to relocate to Australia. For some reason, these questions all have me moving out of the country. But
Okay. Well, yeah, it's and not in England. No koala bears in England.
no, I don't think there's koala bears.
Okay. All right. And last question, third question. You may have heard this before. This is kind of a question bounced around sometime. If you could have dinner with anyone, alive or deceased, in the entire span of human history, who would it be and why?
Just one person?
Since you are our first featured guest, this is the first show of the Portal. This is the third question of 3 questions. You may choose a limit of 3 people.
3 people. So it's a dinner party.
A dinner party
Yeah, okay.
starting at 6:30
Okay.
Eastern Standard
What are
Time.
we eating?
GMT -5. Some fowl and
Good fowl.
some vegetables.
And some vegetables.
In some way. We need some iron.
Yep.
And tea.
Okay. Well, I think Shakespeare would have to be on there because that's just somebody I'd always wanted to meet and
Bill.
just sort of pick his brain. Good old Bill Shakespeare. In addition, I think Martin Luther might be a really interesting person to meet.
He was good with a hammer.
He could have been a carpenter. And third, I'm going to go with Carl Pilkington.
I knew the first 2 pretty well. Tell me about who's Pilkington.
People might know him as the host of An Idiot Abroad.
Oh, right. No. I've seen clips. Okay, good.
Yeah. Just an interesting person. Regular guy, but just amazing. I think I could have some good conversations with those three.
Fun. Travel. There's a theme with travel. You like to travel.
I do. Yeah.
Good. You got any trips lined up for the summer or for?
Yeah, actually planning hopefully soon to visit some friends in Hawaii.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And I think Hawaii's a state, right? It is. Still? We're holding on to it?
At this point, I think so, yeah.
Just joking. Well, Mr. Osborne, I want to thank you for joining us for the very first show of The Portal, where we try to learn a little bit more about the amazing people that we have here at PALCS. And I think we did that. I think we got deep. We may be able to try to get a little deeper next time. You're still on the fence about whether you want to come back, but I think we need to have you come back because you're cranking out some awesome videos in British literature. Only really those students that are in British literature and those that have viewed this show were kind of able to see that. So maybe we can open the door a little bit and show you a little bit more about what Mr. Osborne is doing in British literature, and even some of our other teachers who are maybe learning a few tricks from watching some of your videos. But again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Good to be.
All right. And that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the first show of The Portal. On behalf of the crew here, the wonderful people that contributed to the set design here, we want to thank you for watching and look to see you